Everyone is talking about dropshipping being the best form of starting an online business, but is it really? Over the last 4 years, dropshipping has gained a lot of popularity thanks to books such as The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Me being one of those people, I actually bought the book The 4-Hour Workweek at an airport when I was connecting flights on my way to Bali. And in that book, Tim Ferriss talks about dropshipping, and so I highlighted it, and when I got back, I started researching, and that's how I got into the space. But because dropshipping has been steadily gaining popularity, this means that more people are getting into the space. This increases competition, the ad costs increase as well, and also it becomes much more saturated. So this means that right now, dropshipping is not as lucrative as it was a couple of years ago. And so the natural question is, what do? Do you get into dropshipping and you compete with all these people, or you do something else? And this brings us to something which is called drop servicing. Now, think about drop servicing as the cousin of drop shipping. With drop shipping, you sell physical products and you get your manufacturer to send that product directly to your customer. With drop servicing, you do the exact same thing, but instead of selling physical products, you sell some kind of a digital product. But the question is, which one is better, drop shipping or drop servicing? And which one should you get into? Let me break down this question in this video. First, let's go over the downsides of drop shipping. With drop shipping, you have no control over the quality of the product. If you have a website and you're selling some kind of a product, and then as soon as you get an order, your manufacturer sends that product to the customer, well, you don't really have control over the product because you cannot examine the product, you cannot see if there are any defects. And so this means that you have no control over the quality of the product. And product quality is very important because if you are going to be building an online business, you want to make sure that what you are selling is actually of good quality. Because if you are going to be selling products that are low quality, then guess what? Once the customer receives a low quality product, number one, he is never going to buy from you again. Number two, he's going to make sure to let all of his friends and followers on all social media platforms know to never do business with you. And third, this is a very unsustainable way to do business. And the reason why it's not a sustainable long-term business is because the cost of acquiring a customer is always going to be higher than the cost of retaining a customer. If that sounds confusing, it doesn't have to be. Let me explain and paraphrase this. In other words, getting a new customer into your business is much more expensive than getting an existing customer to buy again. And the difference in the cost can be very significant. So in order for you to make a sustainable long-term business, you need to focus on satisfying every single one of your customer, because that is going to increase your repeat customer rate, which is one of the most important metrics in online business. So, no control over the quality of the product. This leads to not happy customers, and that in turn leads to your business not growing, but instead declining over time. To me, that is an enough reason in itself, but let's not stop there. Let's go to the second reason. The second reason is that you have no control over the shipping times. So think about this. If you're selling something which can be bought on Amazon and your delivery time is, for example, 2 weeks, and Amazon can deliver that in 2 days, well, in the long term, your business is not going to survive because customers are smart and they will eventually find out that Amazon has the exact same product cheaper with a faster shipping, and so they're going to do business with them instead of with you. The only way to go about long shipping times is when you actually buy stock and you keep it in a 3PL somewhere where your customers are. But that cancels right away the whole dropshipping model. The third downside of dropshipping is that you have no control over branding. Now, unless you're doing big numbers and you contact your manufacturer and you say, hey, I would like to place a big order, could you please brand it? Then you can do that. But if you're doing low volume and you're just sourcing a couple of orders per day, well, you are not going to have any branding done on your packaging and on your product. And branding is very important for loyalty and repeat customer rate. When you're going to be selling your business, having strong brand assets increases the price of your business significantly. And the fourth downside of dropshipping is overall overall, it's a very short-lived business. It's not sustainable and it's not long-term. And that is because the whole idea about dropshipping is based around selling a hot, winning product. You use some kind of a software to find a product that is selling really well right now. You throw up a quick little website with Shopify, and then you buy ads on Facebook or whatever. You scale that product, and then once other people hop onto that product, and the competition starts getting higher, then the sales die down, and when that happens, your business is gone. Now, if you ask me, that is not a lucrative business idea to me, because I would like to invest my time, energy, and money into something that actually grows and not just skyrockets and then falls. And keep in mind that it's not actually that easy to find those products, and more importantly, it's not that easy to actually sell them profitably. Because as I said in the beginning of this video, the ad costs have gone up. With a dropshipping product, you generally don't have enough profit margin to afford the ad costs. All right, so we've covered the downsides of dropshipping. Let's now talk about drop servicing, and I'll give you a couple of upsides to drop servicing. First things first, you have full control over the quality of your product. You can actually examine the service before you send it to the customer. Let's say, for example, you get into the custom portrait niche and you create these custom portrait illustrations. Well, you can have a quality control team like I have in my business, and before you actually send that illustration or that portrait to your customer, you can examine it, see that you actually like it, that it's up to par with your quality standards, and only once you're satisfied with that illustration or that service, you then send it to the customer. So this is very important because you have full control over the quality of your service, of the product or the service that you are creating. And so what this means in business terms is that if you do your job right, every single one of your customers is going to be potentially satisfied. She is going to brag to her friends about the service she received from your brand, potentially share it on her social media, tag you, and then her friends, followers, family, and followers might go to your page and might be interested, follow you, and actually place an order with you as well. So this creates a word of mouth. And word of mouth is one of the most powerful marketing tools out there. And remember, in order to achieve word of mouth, first and foremost, you need to focus internally on the quality of the service you provide and on the overall customer satisfaction. The second upside to drop servicing is that there is no physical product being sent to the customer, and so as soon as you create the service, it is instantly delivered to the customer. Think about it this way: as soon as you create a custom portrait, you just email it to the customer and they get it right away. You don't have to deal with logistics, tracking. Your product is not going to be lost somewhere in transit. And so this is a very big advantage of drop servicing. You send your service via email or you upload it to the cloud. The third upside to drop servicing is that you have full control over branding. You can brand your website, you can brand your customer support emails, you can brand the actual illustrations, you can brand pretty much everything because everything is done on the computer and there is no physical product or packaging involved. The fourth upside to drop servicing is that you can actually build a long-term sustainable business. By having so much control over customer satisfaction in your business, you can actually build something which is meaningful and worthwhile your time. As I said earlier, repeat customer rate is one of the most important metrics when you are doing online business. Repeat customer rate basically means that out of 100 people, how many people are going to come back and buy from you again. So let's say you have a 15% repeat customer rate. Well, this basically means that out of 100 people who buy from you, 15 people are going to come back and buy from you again. The higher you can get that number, the more profitable your business is going to be. If you're interested in starting your own drop servicing business, then I have a full drop servicing course, and you can find it's going to be the first link down in the description. In that course, I teach you everything you need to know, from choosing a niche to automating your store and turning it into a cash generating machine. So if you're interested in drop servicing, make sure to check out the course. It's the first link down in the description. And on this note, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and on this note, thank you so much for watching once again. Till next time.